I'm at one of Google's LA headquarters today. Sometimes I come in to their offices and participate in studies, which is like one of my favorite things to do. I love coming to their campuses. I've never been to this one before. It's called the Spruce Goose campus. And I believe the history is that Howard Hughes kept his plane, the Spruce Goose, here. And I do barely know anything about that except for the movie with Leonardo DiCaprio. And one of the other things I love about coming to this, so YouTube headquarters, well not headquarters, but their production studios are across the street. And I can't film inside, but Google headquarters is always so cool inside. Anyways, I also get to charge my car here, which brings me a lot of joy, and there's a ton of electric car charging. So, let's see. I think I have to go in my car. Yeah. Open up the charging. And what I love about this, since YouTube is like all the way across town from me, I always get to so you scan it here, and then you get to do free charging, which makes up for the miles I lost on my way here. So very discombobulated right now. All right. I wanted to like share some things that were going on with me. Oh. It has been so long since I've used my car that I forgot I need an adapter. Oh my gosh. I did not mean to like share this little journey. Like making a video today because I've been feeling some challenging emotions. Let's get this charger. An adapter. Put this in here, and then this in here. Cool. Oh my gosh. Having an electric car makes me so happy. Ooh, I need my water bottle too. Another thing I like about going, usually have all sorts of like snacks and drinks, and they have cafes. I'm like, I swear if I didn't want to work for myself, I would want to work here. Well, my meeting starts in a few minutes, so I want to have a chance to discuss here what I wanted to talk about. But I guess I will do that when I get back, which will also mean that I kind of feel like I'm vlogging now. And I need 2 hands to close my trunk. Lock the car. I need more hands. Where did I put my key? Such a kind of silly thing to document. Okay, locked. Anyways, I guess I'll have to edit this together, assuming that I do end up recording what I really want to talk about today. It is so nice to be back in LA because the weather here is so nice. I'm wearing my t-shirt again and not freeze. Look how cute. They have like a little dog area outside. That's another thing I like about Google, is they're very, very dog friendly. All right, I'm gonna go inside, enjoy this study, and then maybe I'll record my feelings, the things I want to talk about in another part of the video. Hopefully. I'm trying to get into the habit of vlogging again. So stay tuned. I just left the study, which was really fun. I can't remember if I said this in the earlier clip or not, but when I come to Google, it makes me want to work here. And I don't know if like I would actually enjoy it, but there's just like, it hits me on so many levels. And maybe this is like a millennial thing, because I just feel like everyone that works here is around my age and we're like all attracted to this stuff. And it was like designed to appeal to creative tech people.
I don't know, it's interesting. I really love running my own business. I want to keep doing that, but I also love consulting and finding a balance. And I don't know if I'd want to come here all the time. It's going to take me like an hour to get home. I actually shouldn't be recording this video because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not going to get home till 4 o'clock, and then the light's going to be going. I have a project, a time-sensitive project to work on. So as much as I'd love here to sit here and reflect on some things, I do have to start driving. So I guess this is going to turn into a vlog, hopefully. If it ends abruptly, it's because I didn't feel like recording more. I don't know. I feel so confused about the videos I want to do. It's really tough. I feel very confused and conflicted. Just like, that's what I was talking about in this study I was doing in there, and I want to push past it. I want to figure things out. I feel like I feel a little bit lost, to be honest. And I don't like that feeling. Who does? I don't know if I always have that feeling. Is that just part of the way I think? Is that just part of life? Or is it temporary? Does it come and go? No clue. All right, I'm gonna drive. It is in the evening time at Jason's because I haven't felt like going back to my place yet. I think it's just like making the adjustment of being back here and also being, I don't know if I want to fully be alone. Jason's not here right now. He went out to dinner with a friend, and I'm just relaxing at his place with his animals. Oh my gosh. His cat Julius just came and sat on my lap, and I forgot how much I love this because he's a little love bug. Oh my gosh. This is just so nice. Yeah, it's interesting making adjustments. I'm struggling with something business-wise today that I don't really want to talk about yet, but it's definitely brought up a lot of emotions. It's had to do with like business partner that I didn't think I was still in business with, or I don't know what. Honestly, I don't really know what's our relationship. Oh my gosh. Look at these cats. Can I zoom in? No. Oh my gosh, I love Jason's cats so much. I basically consider all of his animals mine too. That's like best friends. Cat hair, it gets on the lens too. So anyways, I don't know how to describe what's going on with this other person, but I wouldn't share any details anyways. I thought I was gonna want to talk about it more. I don't really feel like talking about it. Just like, it's bringing up a lot for me, you know? Tomorrow's December 1st, and it's the last month of the year, which is really crazy. And last year I did a, like, I don't know if it was an assessment or just like a summary, and I looked back on all the things that I had done last year, 2017. And I can't believe that was a year ago, and I'm gonna do that again this month. And this month, I feel kind of overwhelmed by it. I've been thinking about traveling again, and I just really don't want to make that decision. I don't really want to plan anything. This past month in November was such a whirlwind, and I traveled a lot in September and October and over the summer, and I really like traveling. I traveled a little bit in March. And it's funny how I've talked a lot about wanting to travel more, but now that I've just completed a bunch of travel, including some international travel, I just feel like I don't want to travel much for a little while. I think it's just, for me, having a lot of downtime is super helpful, I think. But something that I'm also trying to evaluate about myself, understand better, is how can I set my life up for the optimal happiness and the highest performance, whatever that means. And I feel like that keeps changing for me. My versions of success and goals and visions of my future they just keep changing. And it's funny because I used to be somebody that was a big believer in like creating big goals and vision boards and having, you know, things like 5-year plans, 10-year plans and all that. And now I'm like, I don't even know what this next month is going to be like. It keeps evolving. And I got thrown through such a major loop with this whole business ordeal. And that was just like a little over 24 hours ago. Actually, almost 48 hours, whatever it's been. And it's amazing. I didn't see that coming. And it really sucked in a lot of ways. So, you know, life is just so full of so many surprises. And that's why I just have no idea. You know, I just got off the phone with a friend who invited me to her birthday party tomorrow. And I'm like, I didn't know she was going to have a birthday party. Truth be told, I forgot that her birthday was coming up because it wasn't on my calendar. And of course I'm going to go to her birthday party. She's a good friend. So now I added that on. And I just feel like at least every day there's like something else I'm adding to my calendar. And then like a new opportunity comes up and I want to do that too. And you know, it's fascinating. I feel so grateful. I'm grateful for friends. I'm grateful for family. I'm grateful to travel. I'm grateful to go to events. I'm grateful to have work opportunities. All of this stuff is so wonderful. And I think that's part of the reason why it's hard to say no to it. But it's just so funny how even just a few days ago, I was like, okay, I'm going to go back to LA and December is just going to be a really quiet month for me. And now I'm like, I'm fooling myself. And then I'm thinking back into last December when I was evaluating that year and the beginning of this year when I was planning for this year. And I want to look back at like my notes and my goals because I don't think I even really followed them at all. And just to think back on last year and how there was all these things that I wanted to do but didn't do. And I feel like I could say that again about this year. And I wonder, is it always going to be that way? And I think about earlier this year. So in March, I went to this big high performance training and I was so ramped up, so psyched for it. I thought I'm going to make it happen. And now the rest of the year has passed and I have barely done anything that I wanted to do. And it's a little discouraging. I think that's true for so many of us. That's actually, you know, I started this new program called Wellness Warrior Training with Jason. And I'll put the sign up link in the description, assuming that I post this video while the enrollment's still open. But I'm really, really excited about doing that because it's not only designed to hold other people accountable, but it's designed to hold myself accountable too. So altogether, my aim is to help lead people through achieving all of their goals for overall wellness. And I think a lot of people think about wellness just in terms of like their health, but I see wellness as mental health, physical health, overall well-being, like meaning that every part of you is going well. And we just have been working on this program and it keeps evolving in so many beautiful ways. And it's coming out of a lot of my own desire to hold myself accountable for my well-being and knowing that other people want to do the same thing. So I'm actually really, really excited about it. So developing that program, getting new students. I haven't checked in a few days. Ouch. Just hit my, you know, like you try to grab something, you can sometimes I'm very clumsy, actually. Maybe you have no experience with this, but I tend to hurt myself in small ways all the time. I'm somebody that gets bruises when I'm not even trying. Okay, I'm gonna prop you up there. Let's see how many students we have enrolled in this. That's exciting to me too. It's nice to feel like you're being held accountable just when other people enroll in things. How do I see this? We have over 100 people, I know for sure. 122 we're up to now. That's so cool. Most of those people came from, actually all of those people so far have come from the Black Friday sale that we did, but we were part of. So we're not responsible for all those students. A lot of those students came from other people referring, like buying this bundle sale that we did. And anyways, it's basically a whole team of people that came together to make this happen. So it's really exciting. I can't wait to work on that. That's really something that I'm looking forward to. And you know, when I craft projects like that, they're either me teaching things that I've learned and I want to pass on to other people, and or I should say mostly and, that makes sense. I don't know how to fully say this, but it's not just about me teaching things that I feel like I've like mastered. First of all, I don't know if I ever really master anything. There's always more to learn, but it's not just for the students. It's about, I'm going to be learning along the way too. And it's like, we're in this together mentality. It's not like, I think the best teachers are the ones that are always learning and that are leading by example and always open to taking in more information so they can pass it on. And that's how I view this. So basically we're in this together. It's 8 o'clock on a Friday night and I am still kind of on East Coast time. I woke up pretty early today, had a few cups of coffee, gone through some emotional roller coasters, sat in traffic. And now I don't really know what I want to do. Maybe I just want to watch Netflix. I started watching the show Riverdale on the airplane, and it's a show that I'd heard people like get really obsessed with. I feel like it's mainly for like teenagers, 20-something-year-olds, but you know, it definitely has an appeal. Like, even though I'm more usually into like more mature content, I don't like want to watch a bunch of high schoolers and their drama. It's actually a really well done show, so I see why it's been super successful. I tried to watch Sabrina, the new version of it, because when you know, back in the day, the first version of Sabrina the Teenage Witch, I was like super into. And this is nothing like that, this new show. But anyways, my point is, it's like kind of a similar supposedly to Riverdale, but I actually watched a few episodes of Sabrina and I'm like, I like witchcraft stuff, or at least I used to, but now I'm like, whatever. And it's a little dark and like, there's something about Sabrina that I'm not that into. But Riverdale is just fascinating. I think it's just so well done, and Netflix is so good at telling these stories about like high schoolers somehow. I'm trying to think of other shows that I've watched. I've watched a lot of like nonfiction shows on Netflix. Like I like all their Making a Murder. I really liked Ozark, which is fiction, and that's dark as well. They're very good at dark content. Usually Netflix doesn't disappoint me. So my point being is that I think I'm gonna go watch that for a little bit, even though I'm in this state where I kind of feel like working or reflecting on things, journaling.
I don't know, I feel like I'm just babbling right now. I also have to edit this video clip together with the other video clips I took, which I think I'll do real quick just to get this posted so you can see it. I really would like to start vlogging again. Today when I was at YouTube or Google, which is the same thing basically, I was reflecting a lot on why I get really frustrated and my own resistances with doing things like YouTube. And it's just like I'm getting in my head about it. I don't want to do that anymore. Something that I would really like to do for 2019, believe it or not, is to stop getting in my own way. I don't know if I'll be able to accomplish fully. Like, I think maybe we will always get in our own way in one way or another. But there's just a lot of blocks that I have that I feel are so unnecessary. And speaking of leading by example, I don't want any of you to how do I verbalize this? I want everybody to feel very fulfilled, you know? And a lot of the times that we stop ourselves from doing things that we really want to do because we just don't believe in ourselves, and we don't feel like we're good enough, and we're afraid. So if I'm going to advise you to push through that resistance, then I got to push through my own existence and take my own advice. Right? Okay. I'm going to go edit this video and post it. I don't know if I'll feel like vlogging every day, but this new phone has definitely made it easier. And I also have a vlogging camera now, so I just have to get in the habit of editing. Create a whole system around that. I have so many videos to edit right now. It's really overwhelming. I feel like, you know, now that I'm talking it out, December is not going to be like a really chill month for me. It's going to be a combination of me going to more events than I planned on, and I have cat hair all over my face, and me trying to play catch up and set a plan for 2019, and 2019 being here before I know it. It's like almost like I'm always looking to get my feet on the ground, and yet it never feels like they land, which I feel like so many people can relate to. I don't want that feeling. I wish that I could just take a ton of time off and just catch up to everything, but I don't know if that would ever actually happen. And so maybe I just have to let go of the idea of trying to catch up. Like maybe I am up. Maybe this present moment is just where exactly how everything's supposed to be. And there's no such thing as like deadlines or being behind or anything. That just might be some old mentality instilled from school and corporate jobs. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go get all this cat hair off me, snuggle with this cat, maybe watch some Riverdale, and maybe do some more work, and I'll see you when I see you.